Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Average Dave's Movie and TV Talk channel. Today is episode 30. And before we get into anything, we would like to thank Okemo Valley TV. We were actually awarded Okemo Valley TV 2025 Producer Award. Producers of the Year, Dave Ankalder and Dave Pettit, the Average Daves. We would like to thank Okemo Valley TV for actually letting us use the studio and doing what we need for the videos and doing their editing and all that. It's greatly appreciated. I mean, without them, we wouldn't be doing this. So we greatly appreciate their help in this. And you know, we've been we've been doing it since February last year. So we're going on 15 months, 16 months. Yeah, and we try to do it every 2 weeks, but you know, life comes up and
life
we have
happens.
to change things around a little bit. But I have fun doing it. I think Dave has fun doing it. You know, sometimes he can be kind of, mean,
Depends on what the topic is. You just wait for 2 episodes from now. It's going to be 45 minutes of me banging my head off the desk. And it was my idea.
So since we won this award, we'd really like to have the people that watch this stuff help Okemo Valley TV purchase a new table. I don't know if you can see this, but it's in pretty raggedy condition. We need a new table for here. So with that being said, again, this is episode 30, just a fair warning about our movie and TV talk channel. We do talk spoilers. We do talk politically sensitive issues. We are not politically correct when it comes to the entertainment industry. We speak our mind about the entertainment industry, and every so often some bad words might come out. This is our opinion, nobody else's opinion. Always remember that entertainment is subjective, but that's what makes it fun to talk about. I mean, Dave and I have a lot of same things we like, and we also have things we don't like. I'm not as big a hater of Disney as he is. I do agree that Disney has ruined themselves, but Dave would just see Disney disappear from the face of the earth.
Yep.
So don't forget, if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section or reach out to us at theaverageDavesTalk@yahoo.com. Also check out and subscribe to Okemo Valley TV on YouTube or at okemovalley.tv and also on channels 1076 and 1086 on Xfinity Comcast. Got anything you want to say before we get into quick topics or anything?
Yeah, South Park got it right. Blame Canada.
Blame Canada. Why not? Why don't we say this? Everybody else does. Well, we might as well just blame Trump, right? It seems like everybody's saying blame Trump, so hey.
Whatever. Have fun.
Yeah. You got anything to say other than that? Before we get into our quick topics?
Oh, really?
So our first quick topic for the day is Dick Van Dyke turned 100 years old last week. I remember first watching him from the Mary Tyler Moore Show because my grandparents loved that show, and actually I still watch it on reruns I think it's on MeTV. I see it on there every once in a while. But he's mostly known for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Mary Poppins. 2 great Disney movies.
Old Disney was great.
Great old Disney movies. And then he was also, what was the TV? He was also known for a modern show too, and I can't remember. Not modern, I mean like 20 years ago. Can't remember that. But yeah, Dick Van Dyke turned 100 years old. That's a long time.
Well, thanks for bringing that up, that thing that you can't remember. Did you see the new couple promotional images came out for the new Christopher Nolan movie?
Yeah, what's it called?
I don't know if it's called The Odyssey, but it's based on The Odyssey.
Yeah, I saw it.
Matt Damon's playing Odysseus.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be.
I want a return to. I mean, he did just do Oppenheimer, and I really, really liked that. But he had a couple movies that came out, like Tenet and Interstellar, that honestly...
Tenet and Interstellar are so overrated.
Both of them...
They were...
I never wanted to see, so I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, and plus Dunkirk, which I really wanted to be awesome, but...
I went into Dunkirk hoping for a great World War II movie showing and telling the story of Dunkirk, and it was anything but.
It had a few good scenes, and all the best scenes were with Tom Hardy in the dogfighting. There was only a little bit of it.
Yeah, the beach scenes were boring.
Yep.
The ship scenes, there was that one scene where the ship does get hit and they're trying to get out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie was
I thought it was like, half of it was like solid. The other half was pretty damn boring.
And it was too long for what they did. For
Yeah.
what they it was
Wasn't it like
way
3
too
hours long or something?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. The first official trailer for The Running Man comes out tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to because I like the original Running Man. And
Is it starring Arnold?
No, what's
The
the name?
Walking Man?
What's played Hangman in Maverick?
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. But yeah, that comes out tomorrow. And the next thing is the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie was announced, and it's called Brand New Day. But the good part about that is the Punisher is going to be in that movie. And
John Barenthal is just the gift that keeps on giving.
he's good in everything he does.
Yeah.
And he is phenomenal as the Punisher. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to see, because with this Brand New Day, it's coming back to, he's going to be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's going to take place where he belongs, in the city, not off gallivanting around the universe like they did with him in
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. Yep.
Hangman.
Yep. But yeah, the Punisher is confirmed for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and they're also talking about the Hulk, but I could care less because I think Mark Ruffalo sucks as the Hulk.
Just let Thaddeus Ross just stay as the Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, Ed Norton, I thought, was an excellent Hulk.
He was the best Hulk
Mark Ruffalo, I think.
from the MCU.
Yeah, Mark
But
Ruffalo.
apparently he was tough to work with and
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. If they're going to have the Punisher in there and they go with a comics version of the Punisher versus Spider-Man type of thing, and then they get to be pals. So yeah, I can.
Is he
go
going
with
to kill him? Because he's killed him a bunch of times.
that. I don't think they're. I don't
He's
think they're
blown
going to
him
do
up.
that in Marvel.
He's set the taser trap and then came in there and executed him and Venom.
Yeah. So we'll see. But that makes me want to see the next Spider-Man movie just because of the Punisher. Which, if you're going to bring in the Punisher, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a cameo of Daredevil.
Whatever.
But anyway, so we're going to get into our main topic. Our main topic for today is our discussion about the Captain America movies, and then at the end we'll rank them in order.
Arguably, if you look at the Chris Evans trilogy, one of the best superhero trilogies ever made, if not the best.
Oh yeah,
I got into a discussion with my cousin Larry this week about which one's better, the Dark Knight trilogy or the Captain America trilogy, and
I think if you average out, the
he has
grades-
this. I don't know. Like I guess he just loves Christopher Nolan, and he can do no wrong. And I'm like, dude, there was major issues,
especially the last one.
major issues. What
Dark
the
Knight
last one
Returns.
specifically? Like,
bad.
I still think the Dark Knight's the best superhero movie ever made, but I think I had Winter Soldier as my number 2.
Yeah, and then the other two for Captain America, First Avenger, and Civil War, I think beat out Batman Begins and definitely beats out
It
Dark
didn't
Knight
beat up
Returns.
Batman Begins. Batman Begins was an excellent movie.
I'll take Civil War over Batman Begins.
Well, yeah, so would I. But
Well,
I'm,
no,
I'm
but-
saying first, I would take Civil War over The Dark Knight Rises because, you do 3 verse 3, 2 verse 2, 1 verse 1.
Okay, if you're going to do it that way, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, Batman Begins beats out First Avenger, but they're close.
Yeah.
Dark Knight beats out The Winter Soldier, but they're close. Civil War beats out Dark Knight Rises, and it's not even close.
Right. No, yeah. So when you get done, if you were having
my
a grade,
opinion.
if you had a numerical grade, and at the end, I think, your
Yeah, I
Civil War
think, yeah.
trilogy would win. The problem is, then you add in this crap that they just
No, I
came
just
out
don't.
with Captain America: Brave New World with Anthony Mackie, which was not a good movie.
I just don't.
So the first, again,
You know how I feel about Disney and all the slop that they've put out. But hey, you know what? Do you own Brave New World? Is it sitting proudly on your movie shelf?
I don't own it yet.
Wow.
When I
but
find
you
it,
will.
when I find a used one, I'll
But
put
you
it in
will.
there because
You own The Last Jedi.
I do, but I
Show's
bought it.
over.
I bought it used. Bought it used.
leaving.
Did not give Disney any movie
This
money.
is mine.
So the first Captain America that came out through the MCU was Captain America: The First Avenger, and that came out on July 19th of 2011.
Before Disney had its
Right
greedy
before
little
they had
tentacles
their
into
grip
it.
on things. I
Paramount.
think
Paramount.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think the First Avenger is a sorely underrated comic book movie.
Excellent movie.
I know a lot of people didn't like. I really enjoy the First Avenger. I mean, it stars Chris Evans as
Steve
Captain
Rogers.
America, Steve Rogers, Haley Atwell as what was her name in the movie? his love interest.
Peggy Carter.
Yep. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes in this. Then Tommy
Dominic
Lee
Cooper.
Jones, Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, and
Dominic
Neil
Cooper.
McDonough as Dum Dum Dugan.
Dominic Cooper.
What?
Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
he had a pretty.
Yeah,
he had a
you're
pretty
right.
big
Yeah.
role. And he also had the funniest scene in the entire movie was when that thing blew up.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Yeah. The thing about this movie, it did have some comedy in it, but it fit the moment.
It also had some dark scenes in
Yeah.
it.
Whereas further you go on into the MCU, they were just doing comedy, and it ruins it.
Like when you watch Phase 1, which was Paramount.
Phase 1 is
Phase 1 is darker than the other phases. I mean, you can argue that Phase 2 was maybe the best phase, but I think that if Paramount
kept it going.
kept it going, it probably would have been better.
Phase 2 is good.
Phase 2 was really good, but then
I
Phase
think
3
you're right.
did
It-
start to go downhill
Yeah.
because they started in like too much humor. And even though I really loved Thor Ragnarok, wait, that was the
That's Phase 3.
yeah.
Phase 3.
Yeah, Ragnarok was like the one with him, your shirt.
Yep.
The battle begins.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it. It was
Too much comedy in it, though.
a little bit too much, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like
Then you went to Love and Thunder, which was an absolute. Oh my God, that was horrible.
I never saw it.
You never saw it?
The only
Don't watch it.
The only things I've seen past Phase 3 concerning the MCU, or like I should say past Endgame, was I watched the WandaVision show. Started off good, ended horribly. I watched the third Spider-Man movie. What was it? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
I enjoyed it.
Good fan service.
Andrew Garfield was the best part of the movie.
Andrew Garfield is a very, very, very underrated
He
Peter
stole
Parker
that
Spider-Man.
movie, and it had some really good scenes. It had some dark stuff. I mean, I loved seeing Tobey Maguire come back, and what's his name, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
He was.
No, I still think Andrew Garfield is
held his own.
so underrated.
But Andrew Garfield, if you told me going into that movie that Andrew Garfield was going to steal the show, I wouldn't have believed you because
did,
his
though.
two movies, the first one was decent, second one was bad.
But he stole that movie.
But he stole that movie. And then I've just watched the fourth Captain America for the sake of this.
Yeah.
And that's it. I haven't watched Guardians 3, which I probably
Guardians 3 is a good movie.
will. I'm sure it is. They're very charming characters.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
Yes.
And James Gunn. No.
We'll see what he
So-
does. That's coming. That's like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So-
I'm going in like 2 weeks to see it. I'm going to go to New York, Glens Falls.
Glens
where
Falls, the
there's-
Aviation Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good theater. So this was the first solo movie starring Captain America. Steve Rogers becomes Captain America, and the relationship between him and Peggy Carter grow through this movie. It shows how he became. He wasn't allowed in the army.
Scrawny little shit.
Yeah,
4F.
I mean,
least.
so if you've never seen Captain America, I don't know what you're doing. But how they do it is how to make him look so scrawny, and then when he gets the super shoulder serum, how big he actually gets, and he is that big. But prior to that, making him look like he did. So you get to see how he becomes Captain America, and how he is a true blue 100% patriot. The military cannot do any wrong until he gets there and realizes, why are they doing certain things when I should be doing this? And he does. He goes and rescues prisoners. One of them is his longtime friend Bucky Barnes. Who
Hey, war bonds get a 10% bump in every state he visits.
Yeah, that's right. So before he goes and does this, all they're pretty much doing, they're dressing him up as Captain America and putting him out on war bond tours. And that's what his job was. And he got sick of it, and he went and did this rescue mission of Bucky Barnes, and that's where he meets who underutilized villain in the MCU in Red Skull.
Yeah, they should have brought him back at some point. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
It would have been nice seeing those two have at it again, where they're both in the future, both like fish out of water, kind of. And
They technically are. They're both fishing out of the water.
well, they would have been.
So he gets to meet Red Skull. He gets to meet Hydra, the organization Hydra, for the first time. And this is one of the first movies you start hearing about all the stones. And it's the Tesseract, which is actually, what stone was that? That's the
The blue one that looks like a
that
cube.
but I can't remember which colors meant what. But anyways, and Hydra
Wasn't
uses
the Tesseract the Mind Stone.
the Mind Stone. Yeah. So you have
God,
the
it's
power
stupid
and
I
weaponry
do
that
that.
they're using out of that. You also get introduced to the Howling Commandos, their leader Dum Dum Dugan, who I loved in the movie.
I like Neil McDonald.
Yeah, Neil McDonald's an underrated. No, it's Neil McDonald. Hey, he's an underrated
Neil-
actor.
yeah.
He got actually booted from Hollywood for a long time because of his conservative stances on things. So go figure.
Weird.
It does get into the loss of Bucky Barnes, which comes back into other movies.
The next one.
Yeah. So you think Bucky Barnes is dead when he falls off the train, which most people you would be. And then to end the movie, you go into where he gets up. Red Skull is taking off on the Valkyrie planes to bomb New York City. He gets on the plane. He gets in a fight with the Red Skull. And I can't remember exactly how it happened, but the Tesseract opened up like a void. And Red Skull got
So
sucked into
he
the void.
knocked Red Skull into
Yeah.
the housing unit that
Right.
the Tesseract was in, that damaged it, and it kicked it out. And he picked it up, and it opened this portal and just sucked
Yeah.
him in, and then the Tesseract just dropped and
Yeah.
melted through the steel and out of the plane.
Yep. And so the Valkyrie crashes into the ice shield, and that's how pretty much the movie ends. But he did promise his Peggy that he would have a dance with her, which
The movie didn't end at that point. I thought that it did too, but I just rewatched it, and that wasn't an end credit scene. Before the first end credit scene, they show him wake up, and they're like playing that game that he was at. I mean,
right.
why would you play a game where there was an inside the park grand slam? It's like one of the rarest plays in baseball. As if he wouldn't recognize that.
Right. Yeah. But
That was my thought when I rewatched it. I forgot
what I
about
really
that.
liked about this movie, everything that was being done was leading up to the second movie.
Yeah.
Everything that was being said, everything, and that Iron Man did that, and the first Thor did that too, which was really good about the early MCU. Every movie, things that were going on, were leading up to the Avengers.
Well, I mean, that's Marvel laid down. Paramount.
Paramount, not Marvel.
Yeah. Well, Paramount with Marvel Studios.
Not Disney, I
Before
should say.
Disney went on,
Right.
Yeah. But they basically laid out the blueprint of how to start a cinematic universe. Don't just do one movie and then just try and
And they did it flawlessly.
and they're trying to do it again with DC. And I'm honestly 40-60.
I'm hoping.
I'm 40% it's going to be good. 60% it's probably going to suck.
I'm hoping.
I hope I walk out of there and go, man,
We're talking about Superman right now.
That is the best superhero movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Every movie I go and see, I want to walk out and just think, wow, that was the greatest this I've ever seen. But yeah, like that's how you set up a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Several movies, and then like they put the end credit scenes in to start tying them together.
Right.
Like
You're introduced again in this movie to Nick Fury, who you saw in the very first MCU movie, Iron Man. So just little bits and pieces.
hell, the Brave New World was almost a direct sequel to Hulk.
Yeah.
Because they had every character from that in this one.
Yep. So Captain America, the
Getting ahead of
first
ourselves.
Avenger, July 19th, 2011. Very underrated movie.
Awesome movie.
And it flowed very good. I mean, there wasn't really anything in that movie that I would say, okay, I would have taken that out of there. I think everything flowed well.
I wish they showed a little bit more of them taking out the like Hydra bases.
Right.
I mean, that was just, it was almost like 3 minutes of just
Yeah.
short snippets.
Boom. But next on. Boom.
Yeah.
the next-
And
yeah.
they could have went a little bit more into that. But I mean, I wouldn't have taken that out. I just would have added more.
Right. And then you got to remember also you got to see Peggy Carter, the whole beginning of his love affair with her, where she turns around and shoots him. Remember with
Yeah.
the shield? Because she got jealous. she pulls up the gun and shoots at him.
The look on Stark's and Rogers' faces is like, when she does it, they're both just like,
Yeah. And come to find out, Peggy Carter's she's actually
No.
a badass.
yeah.
So I think the first Avenger is a very underrated movie.
Also, an underrated character in that movie was Tommy Lee Jones. I forget the Colonel's name,
Colonel,
but
yeah.
Colonel Jones.
And the whole part.
He was awesome.
Yeah, and the
Tommy
whole-
Lee Jones is awesome in everything, though.
Yeah. I guess they say he's kind of an ass to work with.
I've heard he's a giant asshole.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But there was one part in that movie that showed Steve's smarts when the flagpole
Yeah.
scene. Everybody's trying to climb the flagpole, and all he does is go over to the flagpole and unscrew it, lays it down, grabs the flag. And that's when Tommy Lee
Thank you,
Jones'
sir.
character was like, yep, this is the type of guy I actually want. Even though he's as scrawny and weak as you can get, he's got the brains. So the first Avenger leads into the next Captain America movie, which it's arguably, I think, yeah, Dark Knight is better. But this is
It's a
arguably
top
like
5
this-
superhero movie.
Yeah, it leads into Captain America: The Winter Soldier, released on April 4th, 2014.
I remember going, like, walking out of that movie, and I thought it was going to be fine. I thought it was going to be good. I walked out of that movie going, dude, that was like Captain America meets Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
My God, that was good.
It was an old Cold War spy.
The fighting,
Movie.
like, the fight choreography was so. The fight choreography, I don't know what they did with the, fight choreographers that they had for like the
They
first 3
lost 'em.
phases, because the fighting in the 4th movie was awful.
You could
tell.
you could see the misses. You can see the delays on. It was bad.
It's like they have the bad guys, just like the throne room scene in like Last Jedi, and I'm saying like a lot. I sorry,
Yeah.
but they have these guys just twirling and like
That was bad.
waiting for their chance, waiting for their cue to take their swing.
Yeah.
And it's come on,
So-
guys.
This movie takes place right after the Avengers of 2012. Steve's living in Washington, D.C., and he's still coming to grips with what happened in the Avengers, but he's also coming to grips with living in the modern world.
On your left.
You know, he still can't get over that he was 1940s and now he's in, the 2000 teens. He's still coming to grip with that. It comes down. You got some?
No, I'm just thinking of that line he said in the beginning, and she's like, "Do you have any plans this weekend?" He's like, "Well, everybody else in my barbershop quartet is dead, so no."
But see, those type of one-liners that he did,
Yeah,
they worked.
yeah.
They weren't forced on you. Again, you get into phase 3 and phase 4, there was just so much forced humor that it didn't work.
There's so much like it in that movie. It was awesome, but it was mostly like Chris Hemsworth he's just awesome.
We're gonna have to do an Iron Man one
Yeah.
and a Thor one.
We have to do the Iron Man one because it's one good one and then one bad one and then one really bad
Yeah,
one.
but Chris Hemsworth is actually he's pretty funny.
It's fun. As good as probably First Avenger was probably the worst of the first 3 big Phase 1 movies.
Probably.
I would put it behind Thor. I would put it behind Iron Man.
Oh yeah, well Iron Man is
But Iron Man was easily the worst trilogy.
right.
2 was bad, and 3 was really bad.
But you can't call Thor a trilogy anymore
That's true.
because now you added that stupid
Yeah,
Love and Thunder. Now they're
I'm
coming
thinking
out
of the
with
first
a new
3
one.
phases.
Okay, yeah, if we want to cut off, we could do cutoffs.
I mean, you're right though. Thor is no longer a trilogy. Captain America is no longer a trilogy, even though they made a Falcon movie, not a Captain America movie, or the 4th one.
Yeah.
Get ahead of ourselves. Let's
So
go.
this comes into we already know about Hydra from the first movie. Comes into now we have Nick Fury is a part of this movie, and he is ambushed on the street by this
It was Hydra that ambushed him.
right, Hydra, and he escapes, goes to his secret apartment, whatever it was there.
He was trying to get off the grid, and then he's
Yeah.
intercepted by a soldier.
The Winter Soldier, who you already know who it is. If you've watched the movie prior, you know who it is. But
Again,
the introduction of the Winter Soldier
it was awesome.
in this movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Where they get that little fight, and he hurls his shield at him, and he just catches it. And you're like,
Yeah.
holy
And then
crap!
throws it back, and
Yeah. So where were we here?
I don't know.
Yeah, so Winter Soldier's introduced, and now he also joins forces. Well, before we get into that, he meets Sam, running around Washington, D.C., which was a pretty good scene.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Rogers out doing his PT running, and Sam Wilson's out doing his running, played by Anthony Mackie.
Which was,
and he's
this
lapping
was
him.
easily his best film within
Right.
the MCU.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie is not a great actor.
He basically torpedoed Altered Carbon.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So bad. From Joel getting into him. Wow.
So Steve ends up meeting and joining forces with the Black Widow to investigate what's going on, who this person is, where they're coming from. They go to it was like a secret facility, old army base or whatever that was closed down.
Yeah, it was the army base from the first movie.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, I can't remember the
In
names.
Wheaton, New
Can't-
Jersey.
Yep. Oh, well,
Which is, I know where that is.
well, you're a Jersey boy.
I'm from Jersey.
You know, everybody has their issues in life,
Yeah.
and Jersey's one of them.
I'm sorry.
So they start figuring. That's when they actually found the computer that had what's his name's face from
Johann Schmidt.
from
I don't remember.
the
Yeah,
first
the
Avenger.
He was a Swiss scientist.
Yeah.
He was basically the guy who invented all of the tech for Hydra.
Right.
I forget the actor's name. But, I mean,
And he, you know, then they find out, you know, Fury is murdered. Yeah, this is gonna put me over the edge today.
I stopped touching it. It's freaking annoying me.
Well, I like to have my arm down, you know. So they find out about the Project Insight
Yep.
and the helicarriers that are being produced
The 3 next generation helicarriers.
by Alexander Pierce, who is Robert Redford,
I mean, they're basically being produced by Hydra through S.H.I.E.L.D.
to take care of the population
Anybody who would
that
pose
they
a threat to
deem,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
yep, that they deem a threat.
I'm sorry, a threat to Hydra.
Yeah, because Hydra has infiltrated Shield.
Yeah.
So they find out what Project Insight is, and he's starting to ask questions, and they feel Captain America's a threat, which leads up to one of the classic fight scenes in comic book movies. Not quite the warehouse scene, but at the whole.
It's on par with it, though. I wouldn't say it's better. But
No, but so Steve Rogers gets in the elevator. There was already some so-called Shield agents in there. More.
Well, it was the strike team that he would go out there with.
Right.
And these guys were badasses.
Right. He gets in there, Morgan in there, and he's standing there, and you could tell that he already knows something.
He sees that some of them are kind of like hovering around their weapons. Some of them are sweating.
And he comes out with the classic line that before we get started, does anyone want to get out? And he begins to just totally wipe that elevator clean with these guys. And he, like you said, this is an elite team.
Yeah.
That he just mows them down. Then he jumps out of the elevator, and we go from there. Where do we
Yeah,
go?
jumps out of the elevator like down like 20 stories.
Using his shield to help himself slow down against. Then that with those combat aircraft are after him.
Yeah, he takes it out. Like,
Yeah, they really show how physically capable Steve Rogers is.
he's not like Spider-Man where like they're both probably in their prime of equal strength. He doesn't really hold back though, like Spider-Man does.
And remember, that's actually used in one of the Spider-Man movies about holding back. I think it was actually.
I think it was the third one.
Yeah, about holding back your punches.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, especially against Green Goblin.
Right.
Like he wasn't that movie.
So we go from there, and
from there they go to he like goes back to the hospital to get that thumb drive that Fury gave
Right.
him. Then they end up going to a mall, and that's where they find out where this military base is in Wheaton. And then they go there, they meet Schmidt. Hydra like sends a missile at him,
Yep.
takes out the facility. Then they end up on the run, and that's how we end up at Sam's place.
That's right, Sam.
Yeah,
That's right. I read
Falcon, and then from there, Falcon starts helping them, trying to figure out what's actually going on.
And we see Falcon for who he is. He's a sidekick. He's not a lead character.
Yeah, he is a sidekick. He's a fine sidekick.
Yeah.
He is the least valuable Avenger.
Yeah, because he has no powers. He has zero.
He has a
superpowers.
flight suit.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
He's like the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Another Disney movie.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, not a bad movie.
Yeah. And then they figure out that the helicarriers, and they adjust the program.
So they go and they kidnap the guy who was on the Floridian Star, whatever that ship was in the beginning. They get it so that he will talk, and then they start driving on the freeway, and then they get intercepted by Hydra and the Winter Soldier. Then you get that great fight scene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On the freeway, and then it goes underneath the freeway down in DC suburb area, and it's
Their introduction to Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier was just phenomenal throughout the movie. Throughout the movie, when you got to see him, you're like, holy shit.
When he was looking for Steve to shoot, and then what's her name, Black Widow, shoots him in the face, and it hits his
Lens or whatever it was there.
His frames.
Yep.
And he takes them off, and he has that pissed off look. Winter Soldier was a badass. He wanted to kill her at that point, and he actually went after her because he was more pissed off at her for that. He tells them to go and look for Steve, and he's like, "I got her."
Yeah.
That was awesome, and she is terrified of this guy.
Oh, yeah. Because he can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Yeah,
And he does.
They show him go toe-to-toe with Captain America.
Yeah, and he goes toe-to-toe with others later on in another movie.
Yeah, so it's almost like he would have been a better choice to be Captain America.
Well,
and in the comics,
and that's
he
what
was.
We'll get to that after the next movie.
I mean, from what I understand, so was Sam. But Sam became him after Bucky.
Yeah.
From what little research I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to Winter Soldier.
No, keep going.
So I mean,
You're on a roll.
They have that great fight scene. Hydra shows up. At the end of the fight scene, Steve sees that it's Bucky because he throws him and he rips his face mask off. Because the whole movie, he's wearing this black face mask, and it looks really cool.
But the whole movie, though, Steve there was a vibe that he was getting from this guy that he just had a feel. He knew this guy.
He knew that he was tough.
Yeah.
For sure.
But he just had this feeling. You could see it a couple times throughout the movie. There's something about him.
And again, the fight choreography when Steve finally catches up with the Winter Soldier and they're fighting in this intersection surrounded by all these guards, phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
It's a great fight scene. It goes.
The Winter Soldier probably had some of the best fights in the entire MCU
throughout
because it was Bucky versus Steve, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So anyway, Hydra shows up. They end up, capturing them. They're driving to execute them, and it turns out Agent Hill is in the transport with them, and she ends up saving them. And then they get taken to this. It was like a shut down hydroelectric dam or something. And there's Nick Fury. He's still alive. Hooray! I'm not dead.
Yeah. That was one thing you just knew they weren't killing off Nick Fury.
I didn't know that my first time seeing it. I was like,
wow, no way.
They just killed off Nick.
I was just like, yeah, no way they're killing off Nick Fury.
I was shocked, but I thought that they did. And then, before the movie's even over, he's back.
And Robert Redford was actually really good.
Yeah.
He was really good in this movie. And Nick Fury, he's a S.H.I.E.L.D. guy, the friend, and no, he was Hydra all the way.
Yep. Hail Hydra.
Yeah, Hail Hydra, which actually gets used in other places in the movies. And in the comic books, they actually make it like Captain America is a Hydra agent. But
so then at the end of the movie, they're trying to launch the helicarriers, and now you get this split within S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. Half of them are loyal S.H.I.E.L.D., the other half are Hydra. They get into firefights and such, and you got Falcon and Captain trying to get in there and change the targeting discs so that the carriers would shoot each other down instead of kill millions of innocent people. And then at the end, you get this, and Falcon was good here. He was useful. He was needed.
Yeah.
It was almost like they needed this character, and they made this scene to make his sidekick useful, and they did a good job writing that stuff. He was good there.
Yeah, and you actually, speaking of just a quick reference on the helicarriers, there was one movie that you actually got to see him, and nobody ever thought they would ever see a helicarrier again. Remember which one it was?
I'm guessing that the first Deadpool.
Yep. That battle scene at the end was when they were fighting. That was a helicarrier that was being salvaged.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, what are the helicarriers? When I first saw them, I'm like, holy crap. They actually.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that that's what it was. That was cool.
Yeah. But the helicarriers were pretty badass.
Yeah, they would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't make it.
No.
They weren't Captain America 3.
No. So, next movie in the Captain America trilogy is Captain America Civil War from May 6, 2016. This had everybody. This
actually was an Avengers movie.
This should have been.
It didn't have Thor. It didn't have Hulk.
Right. It should have been Avengers 2.5.
Like if it had Thor and Hulk, they probably would have put one on each side so that they would fight each other.
Yeah, because you already had Avengers. You had Avengers: Age of Ultron, and this really could have been Avengers 2.5.
It was.
But this is all about really the interior strife of the Avengers. And it was caused by when they went to, what's the Middle Eastern country or the Middle European country?
They're all made up.
Yeah, but it was like in the Middle East or whatever. And they, what's his name? Had the bomb they were after. And Scarlet Witch put it in the...
What was his name? It was like Bonesaw or something?
Yeah, I can't remember. And I know I can see him and I can... But he had the bomb, and it was thrown, and she put it in her force field, but moved it over, and it actually blew up, killing some aid workers.
I mean, I just watched these. I just watched this yesterday. I watched this yesterday, and I watched Captain Black America yesterday. And even if she didn't throw it up, they were still standing in a crowded market area.
Oh, yeah. Either way,
there was going to be massive death.
But
except she, basically threw it up there to save Captain America.
Right.
And there was probably less people up there than there was that crowded marketplace.
This shows how, this is when the government steps in. Remember this, people. General Thaddeus Ross pushed for these...
now, they called it the Sokovia Accords.
Sokovia Accords, which had 117 countries join on board to actually control the Avengers on where, when, and how they will respond to emergencies and how to be used. This splits the team into two factions. You had Team Cap and Team Tony. I was always Team Cap guy.
I was Team Cap too. Everybody was Team Cap.
Cap is against the Accords because of government overreach.
Crossbones,
yeah. And surprisingly, Tony is for government oversight, which that was the thing. It was either you were with Team Cap because he didn't want more government overreach.
Yeah.
But Tony wanted more government overreach on how to use the Avengers.
I think Captain was right too.
No, he was.
He was
100%
like,
right.
what if we're needed somewhere and they won't let us?
Yeah.
And what if we're, we don't want to go somewhere but they make us? It's true. And then Tony was like, well, we'd still have one hand on the wheel, and that's better than having no control. Like, they could still control what they did when they got there. But I mean, Tony had his reasons, and
he did.
Because of what he did in Ultron, that did change his character.
Right. Oh, it changed his character a lot.
Because he felt responsible for that.
Yeah. Because he wanted in the Age of Ultron like a planetary shield.
Yeah.
Which comes back later on into other movies about, hey, I wanted this, and you guys were against this. Again, this splits the team into two. And anybody that didn't go with this, General Ross believes if you didn't sign this, you have to resign. And he was going to make them resign or put them in prison by all means necessary. Mm-hmm. And General Ross was played by William Hurt.
William Hurt, yeah.
Who was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He was awesome as
This
Ross.
was his second time, though, in the MCU, right?
Yeah.
The first one was The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Yep.
Which wasn't a bad movie.
I think it's an underrated movie.
It is an underrated movie.
In which they bring it up because they know it was actually a decent movie. They bring it up in the last one we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But
good.
They tried everything they could to erase that movie from MCU Marvel films. Nobody wanted to talk about the Hulk with Edward Norton. But yet they bring it up in the Brave New World, which is coming up next, which is by far the worst out of all of them.
Yeah, like this movie to me was, It was mainly the conflict in the beginning, introduction of two major characters,
Yeah.
and then an
major
airport
characters.
and an airport. The airport scene at the end, and then the fight scene at the end with Zemo in that base where all the rest of the
By
Winter
far
Soldiers were.
one of the weakest MCU villains though was in this movie, Zemo.
Oh yeah,
He was
Zemo
he was more or less like a puppet master type
Yeah,
of thing.
He was fine,
But
he wasn't bad.
A bomb kills T'Challa, who we didn't know at the time was a major character that's being introduced later on in the movie. Who was the bomb placed by?
Zemo,
Yeah. But they were blaming it on
Bucky,
Bucky.
because Zemo wore a mask to make him look like Bucky.
Yeah. So, where are we now? I'm getting lost here.
The bomb, Zemo.
Bomb the Zemo. Zemo he's trying to get the super serum, or at least, five? I think it was 5 or 6 possible other super soldiers.
It was 5.
It was 5, okay.
He didn't. His goal in the movie itself was to have the Avengers rip themselves apart.
And he was on his way to doing that.
Yeah, I mean he did it
He's just not a good
until
team.
Infinity War.
Yep.
God, that was a great movie.
Infinity
That
War.
Endgame was kind of a letdown.
So Captain America and Falcon find out where Zemo is, and they head out to get him without authorization. So they end up recruiting Ant-Man, which was a great scene when he gets him out of the van and he meets Steve Rogers for the first time, and he's just like in awe. Oh, Cap!
Thanks for thinking of me.
So they end up teaming up with Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and upon hearing this, Tony goes to intercept these guys. He's teamed up with Black Widow, a new character, Black Panther,
Another new character.
Vision, War Machine, and then out of the blue, the Web comes, grabs Cap's shield, and you're like, okay, and it's Spider-Man, which I thought was an awesome entry for him.
Yeah.
And the way they played him, still as that kid.
The scene before that, when he met him in his apartment, and he's like, man, there's an outrageous crowd outside. He looks, his eyes just go wide, and sitting there is Tony Stark.
But,
yeah, like that whole scene in his apartment was great.
Yeah.
And it was refreshing to get introduced to a character without having to see their parents get killed.
Yeah, that's one good thing about this, the way Spider-Man was introduced.
Yeah,
in the
like,
MCU. They didn't go through
He
the
had
whole,
been Spider-Man for, as he put, 6 months ago. He had these powers. Like,
Yeah, because in Iron
he was
Man,
just a good kid.
Tony was watching.
I liked the Spider-Man trilogy. The second one was meh. The third one was really good, and the first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be a trilogy.
And they meet, and they have this major
Airport fight scene.
at Leipzig Airport, and it was a pretty good fight.
It was an awesome fight.
You had everything you could. You had people that could fly. You had people that were strong. You had people that had weapons, and it probably one of the most iconic battles in comic book movie.
Probably. I'd say that was probably it.
Steve and Bucky escape, go get Zemo. Tony heads to find them. They find each other, and the battle between Tony and Steve was great.
Bucky was in it?
Yeah, Bucky was there, but
I love the whole, he didn't, Tony, he didn't know, and he's like, I don't care.
yeah.
He killed my mom.
Yeah.
It's like, everybody can get that.
Yeah.
Like,
But, that's when the first times you hear, again, one of Steve Rogers' sayings was, I can do this all day.
he said it again.
Where he was fighting Iron Man, and he's just like, I can do this all day. And he was like, can you? I think he was like, I can do this all day. And I think he said,
I
can you?
forget what else he's,
Yeah.
like, I just watched it. Like
And he ends up,
I watched Captain Black America before I finished the Winter Soldier because I wanted to have something to look forward, or before I finished Civil War, because I wanted to have something to look forward to. So I just watched it. It's probably the freshest scene in my mind. I don't remember him saying anything after that.
yeah, but he ends up taking out Iron Man.
And then he's walking away, and Tony's like, "You don't deserve that shield. My dad made it." And he just drops it.
Yeah,
and it's like,
here you go.
Go ahead.
And then after that, they're all
If you
pretty
don't
much
feel I'm
hunted,
worthy,
and they're all being hunted down by General Ross and being put in the prisons. And
but then he comes and he springs him from prison, and he sends Tony the phone, hey, if you ever need me,
Yep.
I'll be there.
Yep. Which leads into more movies
Infinity
down
War.
the road.
Great movie.
Yeah.
My God, Thanos and Infinity War was so much better than Thanos and Endgame.
Infinity War is a great movie. Endgame was all fan service. There were some great parts of
There was great parts in
Endgame,
Endgame. It's certainly a watchable movie.
But if you're going to put two of them up against each other, Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
The ending.
Yeah.
Just nobody saw that.
No,
saw
I mean,
that.
I was
didn't
actually
see him
in the
winning.
theater, and I'm like,
Yeah. It just ends with the snap, and just Captain's like, what? And then just
so
it goes away.
now we go into the fourth Captain America movie and the Captain America run. I'm going to make it really quick because I
Captain
think
Black
this movie
America.
sucked. It's Captain America: Brave New World from was it February of 2025.
I don't know. This year.
Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, which I don't think he was very good. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres as in Falcon. There is one major thing that was in this movie that was the first mention of adamantium in the MCU. They've always used vibranium and something else they would say.
It was like, but they couldn't use adamantium because I think Fox still held the rights to it, but now they got it back because
Right.
Fox had the rights to the X-Men,
Yep.
which that was all part of it. So
This story centers around Thunderbolt Ross, his position as now as the president. Captain Falcon trying to capture Sidewinder from a group known as the Serpent. It just trying to figure out who wants the adamantium, also what Samuel Stearns is after. It comes out, you find out that he's actually irradiating President Ross's medication. The story, it was just all.
it was a bad story.
It was just all over the
stupid.
place. I don't even like talking about it because, first off, Anthony Mackie should not be Captain America.
First, this was not a Captain America movie. This was a Falcon movie.
It was.
It was a Falcon movie.
Yeah.
He had an upgraded suit and he had Captain America's shield.
Another problem was this. It was what they did with Spider-Man in the MCU. They made Captain America more like a spin-off of the Iron Man and Black Panther with their suits. Because he has no powers. He has 0 powers. He can fly. That's it. But here you got the Red Hulk, who's pretty powerful in the comic books. And Captain America, Anthony Mackie's character, is taking these blows that would destroy him. I don't even like talking, and I just watched this movie yesterday. And
I just
forgot
watched
all
it
about
yesterday too, and there's so much that I forget.
And-
I did. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be,
It's not good.
but it wasn't good. Like every fight. First of all, the fight choreography was several steps down from where it used to be, and every time that I'm watching Captain America fight, I'm like, this would be so much better if this was Bucky.
Oh yeah,
Because he was enhanced. Like,
Bucky or Steve.
yeah, well, I mean, I get they got
Yeah.
rid of Steve,
Right.
the obvious guy. Like Captain America 1,
Yeah.
before Bucky gets shot out of the train, he's holding the shield.
Right.
Captain America 2, there was several scenes where he got the shield from Steve when they were fighting, and he was using it, and he looked pretty damn good using it.
Yeah.
So both those movies, they were setting up,
Oh yeah.
this guy is going to be the next Captain America. But
So we're coming up on our close to an hour mark. I can already tell.
yeah, one of my favorite scenes from the movie at first was Bucky makes a cameo. There's a few cameos. Who cares?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. And it was actually a pretty good scene
Until they started.
until at the end they like inject it with more Disney Star Wars humor, and it just
Killed the whole scene.
yeah, like I remember I'm watching it and I actually have a bit of a smile. And then there's this stupid
Yep.
line that was supposed to be funny, and I just pause it and just put my head in my
Killed
hand
the whole scene.
and like just start shaking my head. I'm like, why? These idiots have no idea about comedic timing
So to,
and when it's appropriate.
yeah. So to end this segment, we're gonna rate the 4. Worst to first.
Oh, gee,
Worst is by far easily
we're probably going to be the same.
Brave New World.
Yeah, without question. It's a Falcon movie.
Second to me,
Second from the bottom.
I mean third. I'm sorry. Yep, third. It's gonna probably be the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Even though it's an underrated movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. It's just up against 2 really
Yeah, it's
good
just up against 2.
I know some people have Civil War over Winter Soldier.
I don't.
I will take number 2 is definitely Civil War.
Number 2 is Civil War.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, awesome movie.
Winter Soldier.
I enjoyed watching it again.
Yeah, Winter Soldier stands alone. It's an easy number one out of the three.
It's
It's an easy top five.
It's a top 5 superhero movie ever made.
Top five. But yeah, that was our discussion about the Captain America movies, which again, you were the first Avenger in order: First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Brave New World.
And then Brave New World. But Brave New World is
it shouldn't even be
it's
considered.
a Falcon movie.
Yeah, it is. But yeah,
It's a Falcon movie with 2 Falcons.
so again, that was our Captain America movies and ranking in order
It's amazing the downturn
the MCU did.
that the MCU
my
did
God.
after Phase 3.
Yeah, it started in Phase 3. You can see it in Phase 3.
Oh, yeah.
Some of
I
the
mean,
movies.
Phase 3 was the weakest of the first 3.
Right, the end of Phase 3 was.
But there were still some bangers in Phase
Oh,
3.
yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you had a Guardians movie, you had Ragnarok, you
yeah.
had Infinity War.
Yeah.
There were some really great movies. I think even the third Spider-Man movie is
was.
considered a Phase 3 movie.
Yep, it is.
I think it's the last of the Phase 3.
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good in Phase 3.
4 and 5 were just not. But
There were some
anyway.
bad, too. There was Black Panther, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel's horrible.
Captain Marvel's horrible.
The Eternals is horrible. Yeah, but anyways.
I forget that exists.
So our next episode that will be in 2 weeks will be our top 10 TV shows.
Now,
This cannot be miniseries. It cannot be one season only. This has to be multiple seasons of a show.
Can it be animated?
Yes, it can be.
Can it be
animated.
comedy?
Yes, it can.
Can I put
Your
anime?
top
Can I put
10
anime in there?
Yes, your top 10 TV shows, but it has to be multiple seasons. It cannot be just a miniseries.
Okay.
That's easy. I mean, this will be a tough one, but my top.
So I can't use Ironheart.
God, you haven't seen it yet? have you?
No, I was going
Don't.
to suggest
It's horrible.
we
It's
do
horrible.
one, but
Talk about MCU
Not,
crap. Watch Ironheart.
so the show that I want to do after this next show is we're going to talk about Rings of Power.
Yeah. Wow.
Which means I have to go back and watch
Rings of
of Power.
Yeah. No, we don't want
And
that.
it's going to be tough.
So again, that was our Captain America movies and ranking them in order. Our next episode is going to be our top 10 TV shows. And again, we appreciate Okemo Valley TV for hosting us and allowing us to do this and presenting us with this award. We greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next time. And everybody, you have a great day. Have a good one.
Deuces.